Vinod comes to this place every 4th day. And his friend Pranay comes to this place every 6th day. After how many days will they meet again at the same place? LCM of 4 and 6 is 12, isn't it? So Vinod and his friend will meet at the same place every 12th day.
In this lecture, I'll be covering the concept on LCM and HCF. LCM. Its full form is least common multiple. It is the least number which is exactly divisible by each one of the given numbers is called their LCM. And there are two methods to find LCM. The first one is common division method and the second one is prime factorization. Now let's look into the common division method to find out the LCM. In this method, write down the numbers first. So here we have 20 and 30. Now divide the numbers with any prime number. So let me take 2. 2 can divide 28 10 times and 38 15 times. Then I'll take 5 and 5 2s are 10 and 5 3s are 15. Keep on dividing till you get the prime numbers. So here we got the prime numbers 2 and 3. From this we can write the LCM as 2 into 5 into 2 into 3. That is multiplication of these numbers. So this is 60. Let's try one more. Here we have 16, 24, 36 and 54. So let's divide with prime numbers. Let's start with 2. 2 8 16, 2 12 24, 18 36 and 27 is 54. Next again I'll take 2, 2 4 8, 2 6 12, 2 9 18. 2 cannot divide 27, so leave it like that. Then again I can use 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 9 and 27 we cannot divide, so leave it like that. Then again 2 1s, then 3 9 27 cannot be divided. Then let's go with 3. 1 you leave it like that. 3 1s 3, 3 3s 9, 3 9s 27. Again 3. Now at this point we have all the factors. Other than 1 we have 3, that's a prime number, so we can stop it over here. The LCM is the multiplication of all these factors, which is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. This is 432. That's the LCM. The second method is prime factorization. Here factorize the numbers into the prime factors. So for 16 I can write as 2 power 4. 24 I can write as 2 power 3 into 3. Then 36 I can write as 2 square into 3 square. 54 we can write as 2 into 3 power 3. And the method to find LCM is it is the product of highest powers of the prime factors. Here write down the prime factors. We have only 2 and 3. Now look at the highest power. So for 2, here it is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the highest. Now in this, for 3 the highest is 3 itself. So 2 power 4, 3 power 3. So this is 16 into 27, that is 432. Let's do one more. LCM of 2, 8, 16 and 10. So 2 is 2 power 1, 8 is 2 power 3, 16 is 2 power 4 and 10 is 2 into 5. So LCM will be, here we have only 2 factors, 2 and 5. The highest power of 2 is 4 and the highest power of 5 is 1. So this is 80. That's how we calculate the LCM. Now let's learn about HCF. The full form of HCF is highest common factor, or sometimes it's also called as the greatest common divisor. What it means is, it is the greatest number that divides the given numbers exactly. And again in this we have two methods. The first method is division method and the second one is prime factorization. Now let's look into the division method. Find the HCF of 1134 and 1215. In this, divide the larger number with the smaller number. So 1215 can be divided with 1134. 1134 one time is 1134, remainder is 81. Once you get the remainder, with this remainder divide the divisor. So let's take the 1134 over here. Now 14 times is 1134, so the remainder is 0. So we need to keep on dividing as long as we get it 0. In this, the divisor which leads to a remainder 0, this particular divisor is a HCF. Therefore, the HCF of these two is 81. That's the division method. The second one is prime factorization. In this, let's factorize these three numbers. 42 is 2 into 3 into 7. 63 is 3 into 3 into 7. 140 is 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. So this I can write as 2 power 1 into 3 power 1 into 7 power 1, and anything left out, 5 is not there, so I can write as 5 power 0. In this 2 is not there, therefore 2 power 0, 3 square, 7 power 1, 5 power 0. In this 2 square, 3 power 0, 5 power 1, 7 power 1. Alright, HCF is it is a product of least powers of the prime factors. So here the prime factors are 2 into 3 into 5 into, now in that pick up the least powers. So for 2 the least power is 0, so put it as 0. Then for 3 again we can find 0, 5 we can find a 0, for 7 least is 1, therefore this is 7 power 1, or it is 7. So HCF of these three numbers is 7. That's how we find the HCF. Suppose we have three fractions, a by b, c by d and e by f. When we have fractions, the method to find HCF is it is the HCF of numerators by LCM of denominators. So in this case it will be HCF of ACE divided by LCM of BDF. On similar lines, we can also find the LCM. The LCM will be LCM of the numerators by HCF of denominators. That is LCM of ACE divided by HCF of BDF. Let's take one example to understand this. Find the HCF and LCM of 2 by 3, 8 by 9, 16 by 18 and 10 by 27. Let's find the LCM first. We already know the formula for LCM is LCM of the numerators, that is LCM of 2, 8, 16 and 10 upon HCF of the denominators, that is 3, 9, 81 and 27. Let's do the prime factorization for both. Let's do for the numerator first. 2 can be written as 2 power 1, 8 is 2 power 3, 16 is 2 power 4 and 10 is 2 power 1 into 5 power 1. How about the denominators? 3 is 3 power 1, 9 is 3 square, 81 is 3 power 4 and 27 is 3 power 3. So for LCM, we take the prime factors and the power will be highest. So here we have only 2 and 5. Highest power of 2 is 4 and highest power of 5 is 1. Divided by, we have only 3. For the 3, the least power we need to take, that is 1. So this is 80 by 3. Now coming to the HCF, HCF is HCF of 2, 8, 16, 10 upon LCM of 3, 9, 81 and 27. This is for the HCF, again we take the prime factors, we have 2 and 5. In this we need to take the least powers. For 2 the least power is 1 and 5 the least power is 0. divided by LCM. We have only one number, that is 3 is the prime factor. For that we need to take the highest, that's 3 power 4. So this is 2 by 81, that is the HCF. I hope you are able to get this. Now let's move on to decimals. Here we have a question, find the HCF and LCM of 0.63, 1.05, 2.1. So whenever we have decimal, convert it into fractions. So 0.63 can be written as 63 by 100. This can be written as 105 by 100. This can be written as 21 by 10. Then make all the denominators equal. So 100, 100, but here we have 10, so make it as 100. So when we put a 0 here, we need to put a 0 on the top. So it becomes 210. Now the denominators are equal. Therefore, we can take the numerators and we can find LCM and HCF. So let's find the HCF of 63, 105, 210. I'll not do the whole procedure. You try to do it. Let me write the direct answer. This is 21. And coming to LCM, this is 630. But these numbers have denominator 100. So just divide them with 100. So when we divide this with 100, it becomes 0.21 and this becomes 6.3. And this is the HCF of 0.63, 1.05, 2.1. And this is the LCM of 0.63, 1.05 and 2.1. I hope you are able to make out. And sometimes we see questions based on the ratios. So here we have one question. Two numbers are in the ratio 15:11. If their HCF is 13, find the numbers. So let me take the numbers as 15x and 11x. And they said for 15x and 11x, the HCF is 13. And clearly you can see 15 and 11, there is nothing common. So definitely this x must be 13. So this number will become 15 into 13, that is 195. And this number will be 11 into 13, that is 143. And even you can cross verify, try to take the HCF of these two numbers, it will definitely come 13. Here we have another question. Two numbers are in the ratio 3:4. Their LCM is 84. Find the numbers. Again, let me take the numbers as 3x and 4x. And for this, they have given that LCM is 84. So for 3x and 4x, if I do the LCM, it's actually 12x. This 12x, they are saying it as 84. That means that x will be 7. If x is 7, then 3x will be 21. 4x will be 28. Therefore, the numbers are 21 and 28. These are the numbers. Before I close this concept, let me do one more final question. The HCF of two numbers is 11 and their LCM is 693. If one of the number is 77, find the other. There is a standard formula for these type of questions. The formula is, when we have two numbers, when we multiply them, like a into b is equal to the LCM of AB into HCF of AB. So when you multiply HCF and LCM, it basically gives the product of the numbers. A very important observation. Try to memorize this. Now using this formula, I can find out the answer. So when I substitute the values, this is 77 into x is equal to LCM of the numbers is given, which is 693, and HCF is also given, which is 11. So x is 693 into 11 by 77, which is 99. That is the answer. Find the greatest number which, on dividing 1657 and 2037, leaves remainders 6 and 5 respectively. So in the question, they are asking us to find a number. So the number is the greatest number which can divide both. Therefore, we need to find the HCF. HCF of 1657 and 2037 with some remainders. What it means is that greatest number, when we are dividing, that number is not exactly divisible by these two numbers. It is leaving the remainders. So what we will do is, we will just subtract these numbers. So this becomes 1651 and this becomes 2032. Now these two numbers are perfectly divisible by the HCF. So if we can find out the HCF of these two numbers, that is the required number, and that is the answer. So let me go with the division method. So in this the highest number is 2032. Let me divide this with 1651. 1651, 381. Now take the 1651 over here, and then 4 times is 1524. This gives the remainder 127. Now divide 381 with 127. That is 3 times 381, and this is 0. Therefore, this 127 is the HCF for these two numbers, 127. That itself is the answer. Let's try one more question. Find the least number which, when divided by 20, 25, 35, 40, leaves the remainder 14, 19, 29 and 34. To solve this, first subtract the given numbers with the reminders. So 20 minus 14 is 6, 25 minus 19 is 6, 35 minus 29 is 6, and 40 minus 34 is 6. You can clearly see the difference of the reminders and the given numbers is 6. And we are asked to calculate the least number. So basically we need to get the LCM. Now get the LCM of 20, 25, 35 and 40. Now these numbers will have an excess of 6. So just subtract that 6. This will be the required number. So the LCM of these 4 numbers is 1400. Subtract the 6, 1396. So 1396, this is the least number when we divide with 20, 25, 35 and 40, leaves these particular reminders. Okay, let's try another model. Find the smallest number of 5 digits exactly divisible by 16, 24, 36 and 54. First let me write the smallest number, the smallest 5-digit number. We already know the smallest 5-digit number is 1 followed by 4 zeros, and they are saying that we need to get a number which is divisible by all the given 4 numbers. So let me take the LCM of 16, 24, 36 and 54. The LCM is 432. Now divide this 432 with 1 followed by 4 zeros. I think 23 times of 432 is 9936, which leaves a remainder 64. It means that 9936 is the number which is divisible. Now for this particular number, just add the 432, which gives us 10386. So this 23, if we change it to 24, 432 into 24 gives this number. If you want to try, check it. 432 into 24 is 10368. So this is the number which is the smallest 5-digit number which is divisible by all these 4 numbers. That's the answer. Seema, Meena and Reema begin to jog around a circular stadium, and they complete their revolutions in 54 seconds, 42 seconds and 63 seconds respectively. After how much time will they come together at the starting point? So when you want 3 numbers collectively together, we just need to take the LCM. So LCM of 54, 42 and 63, which gives the least common multiple. So when we do this, because these are all in seconds, let me write it as seconds. That is 6 minutes 18 seconds. So this is the time after which all the 3 will meet. Again after another 6 minutes 18 seconds, again they will meet. It repeats. Let's try one more question of this model. The traffic lights at 3 different road crossings change after every 48 seconds, 72 seconds and 108 seconds respectively. If they all change simultaneously at 8 hours 20 minutes, then at what time will they change again simultaneously? Very similar to the previous question. So when you want the common time, just take the LCM. So LCM of 48, 72 and 108. When we take the LCM, this is again 432 seconds. This is 7 minutes 12 seconds. So the required time is given time plus the LCM, that is 820 hours plus this is 827 12 hours. This is the answer, and this is the time after which all the traffic lights change again simultaneously. And this is the end for LCM and HCF.